Hi Aries, and welcome to your June 2020 love reading. For those of you who've already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. As you know, this is a new channel. It's only been, I've only been uploading to YouTube for about 4 weeks. So thank you if you've joined me. I'm looking forward to this journey with you. For those who haven't yet subscribed, just to make you aware that in the next few days I'm also going to be doing the work and career readings for the month of June. So if you'd like to be notified when they're ready, please click the subscribe button underneath this video and the bell icon, and then you'll get a notification when those videos are ready. But today I'm going to concentrate on June 2020 and a love reading for you, Aries. So let's get straight into it. Spirit have asked that I start with the oracle cards here today. So there's clearly a message to be had with these cards. So Spirit, please show us what Aries need to know for the month of June in terms of love. Please tell us what Aries need to know for the month of June in terms of love. Have two here. I want to put them that way round. That's how they feel. Are we within camera shot? Yeah. Still getting used to this, Aries, so bear with me. They're flying out now. Let's get them all laid out and then we'll start. Tell Spirit, please, for Aries for the month of June. For Aries for the month of June. For Aries for the month of June. Other cards, please. What else? What else? That one needs to come too. What else, please? Interesting. Interesting. Fabulous. Right, let's start with these base cards and we're going to clarify them in just a moment. What Spirit would like you to know for the month of June, Aries, is that I kind of get the feeling that you're feeling a bit vulnerable at the moment, and it may be that relationships aren't going exactly as you'd want them to go, and it may be that you've sort of been living in your head a bit. We have a mental conflict card here, which suggests you've been worrying about something, worrying about a situation, and the way the cards are feeling is that it's almost as though you're putting relationships to the side at the moment, because while we have this worry card, it's almost like you're concentrating on other things that are distracting you from those sort of close personal relationships a bit. Now that's, you know, you could be in a relationship already, but you could just be a bit distracted at the moment because there's other things on your mind. That's very much the feeling that's coming through. You are a very strong sign, Aries. You have a lot of strength in this situation, and although at times you may not feel like it because you're worrying, you're trying to find a way forward, Spirit is saying you have the strength, and you know they want you to really get this message, because you know Spirit are supporting you and guiding you, and you know you have inner spiritual strength to move your life forward. So, you know, emotionally, they're saying to you, yes, okay, we hear you. We know that you've been worrying about things. We know that you're confused about how, you know, things, you know, maybe how a relationship is going to move forward, or how these other things in your life are going to, you know, affect your relationships. But you have the spiritual strength to see your way through this. Now, what's interesting about this spread is I very often read across and then I look downwards, and what we have here is not only spiritual strength, you know, and mental conflict. So they're saying you have this spiritual strength. This is an emotional support card. It's a reassuring card to let you know Spirit are around you, but you also have the intuition card, awareness, So, you know, even though you're worrying, you know, Aries, that things are going to be okay. You know, you need to listen to your inner voice. They're asking you to listen to your inner voice because you have the strength, twofold here, to push you forward, because you do have choices and decisions to make. You know, in the month of June, it may well be that, you know, you're making some choices. It could be that you're making decisions about a relationship. You know, as you can see in here, it's quite interesting. We have wedding rings here. We also have a time of growth. We have some cloud, but we also have coins. But the wedding rings are significant because we are talking about a love reading. So it may well be that you've been worrying about what's ahead for you emotionally, what's ahead for you in terms of relationships. But, you know, we have the base chakra card. You're very grounded. You're very grounded. So when you're making these decisions, you not only have the strength, but Spirit is saying you are grounded, you have the strength. So these decisions will go. You will be able to make these decisions, is what I was just meaning to say. I got distracted by the throat chakra card. There's conversations to be had, Aries. So during the month of June, you will be having conversations with people to help you make these decisions. But they're going to be positive, you know? And it could well be because the reason that I'm bringing this back to the whole relationship thing is because we have communication. We also have the heart chakra card. So these are conversations regarding love. So if you've been separated from someone for a while, or if there's been, you know, you've been worrying about someone or stressing about a relationship, there are going to be heartfelt conversations happening during the month of June. Now, interestingly, these cards have read downwards. They've flowed downwards, which is quite interesting, instead of across. But even so, I do feel this is towards the end of June. So you're going to be having some discussions that are very heartfelt, and intuitively, you know that this is what's going to move it in the right direction, Aries. And it is the right direction because Spirit are clearly saying to us, doesn't matter what movement and decisions or choices you're trying to make, these conversations, these heartfelt conversations, are going to lead to a fulfillment of wishes. So they want you to be self-aware. This is the phrase they're saying to me at the moment, self-aware. During the month of June, Aries, they want you to have faith in your inner strength, and they want you to have faith that you're going to sort whatever this situation is, this thing you've been worrying about, it is going to be sorted. This is probably, for you to see, the most important card in the layout, because, you know, to be reassured that there's going to be a fulfillment of wishes is just so important if there's been something you're worrying about. But you are a good communicator. You're a very direct communicator, Aries, as we all know. So this conversation, this heartfelt conversation, you know, you've got the awareness card, you know it's heading for a good direction. So that's positive movement ahead for you during the month of June. Let's have a bit of a look at this. I'm going to pull some love cards to have a look at this heart chakra card and see what's going on with this relationship, and also the throat chakra. Can we have a look at the throat chakra first? Sorry, Spirit. I jumped about there. Can we have a look at the throat chakra card for Aries, please? The throat chakra card for Aries. Can we have a look at throat chakra? Can you tell us about this, please? They want you to talk clearly. They want you to believe, as I was just talking about faith, and here they're showing us the clarity of belief card. They want you to be clear in your communication, and they want you to believe that it will go well. It may well be that you're due to have a conversation with somebody and you're worried about having that conversation. But they're saying, you know, be clear, and be clear in your beliefs. You know what you want and you know what you don't want. You know, you're a direct communicator, Aries. So, you know, use that passion, use that skill to be able to communicate to the person you need to speak to. So let's see what they tell us about the heart chakra. What's the heart chakra card, please? Show us the heart chakra card, please, Spirit. Show us the heart chakra card, please. Show us the heart chakra card. Whoops, that's several that have thrown out. They want me to take the bottom one. Let's see what that is. Opportunity. Okay. So we have the heart chakra card. They're saying to you, you will have the opportunity to have this conversation. So if you've not had contact from somebody for a while, or there's somebody that you're interested in that you want to start a relationship with, then the opportunity is going to be there. I do feel that it's the end of April. I don't, April? I'm thinking April, Aries. I do think it's the end of June. April's significant. Why is April significant? Spirit. There is someone around you in April. It may well be someone, for some of you that might resonate, it may well be someone who's around you in April that you need to have this heartfelt conversation with. That opportunity is going to be here. And, you know, it's going to move in a good direction, Aries. We already know that. We already know we've got fulfillment of wishes. Please tell us more about the movement and decisions, though, Spirit. Please tell us more about the movement and decisions. What are the choices and decisions that Aries are making in June, please? What are the choices and decisions, Spirit, please? Okay, they want me to take that one, which is the Strengthening Bonds card. So you are making choices about a certain relationship. You are making a choice to potentially move forward with this relationship. And the reason why I think it's about moving forward rather than walking away is simply because we have these heartfelt discussions and the fulfillment of wishes. That suggests to me, Aries, that actually you are making the choice and making the decision that there's still conversations to be had with this particular person. I think this is likely to be a person you already know from the way it's feeling. If that doesn't resonate with you, then it could be that this reading isn't meant for you today, Aries. But take from it what you will. There may be parts of it that do resonate for you. So, yeah, just stay with it. Can you please just give us a clarifier for the mental conflict card, Spirit, please? Yeah, they're asking you to change your focus. This card's coming up a lot at the moment for a lot of signs, but they're asking you to change your focus. You know, they don't want you to be worrying and trying to figure things out and driving yourself crazy. They, you know, Spirit is saying, look, change your focus. Believe that everything's going to go in the best direction for your greatest good. You know, we have the clarity of belief card. You are going to have this opportunity to have this conversation, and you know, that's a healthier place for you to be, basically, Aries, rather than worrying and stressing about it all the time. We do. Can you clarify the fulfillment of wishes? Is there anything you'd like to tell us, Spirit, about that? It seems fairly straightforward, but is there any clarity for that, please? Oops. Is there any clarity for that, for the fulfillment of wishes for Aries? Yeah, we have love abounds and awaiting results. I'm going to take those two because they were sort of coming out at the same time. So we have, yes, there's going to be a fulfillment of wishes in this situation, Aries, and you know, you will know for your situation how that all fits. It feels like, you know, either you or somebody has been awaiting results here. I think somebody maybe has been waiting for you to make some decisions, but it could be the other way around. And there's love here. This is a loving relationship, you know, and it feels like you've taken your time to weigh up all the pros and cons around this relationship, but it's definitely here for you, Aries, and there's definitely going to be this movement forward because of this conversation, and you know it. You know it. You have this intuition. You have this knowledge. You know that this relationship can go to positive places. So that's a very straightforward read for you for June. I'm just going to pull a couple of Romance Angels cards to finish off. Spirit, please tell us what messages, if there's messages for Aries. Okay, so we have forgiving and learning. It says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So, this could be a relationship that you've been in before, or it could be that you're having to learn lessons from previous relationships, and that may be about the way you conducted yourself. It may be about what you accepted in your relationship that maybe wasn't for your highest good. So, the more that you release those feelings, let the past be the past, the more likely you are to be able to let this relationship flow, Aries. Whoops-a-daisy. Yeah, they're saying Spirit want you to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I'm not saying to you, this doesn't mean walk away from a relationship. It could do, but it doesn't feel like that in the context of this reading. So the Ariens that this reading is meant for today, you're being told to take back control of your life. So this is very much about you having the strength to, not feel stuck, but to move forward and make those decisions, have the conversations that need to be made, Aries, and, move things forward. And I'm going to take this card because it came out. This has come up twice. I put it back a couple of seconds ago because it didn't feel right, but they've thrown it out again. For some of you, this will factor. For some of you, it won't. It says religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it may be, and it doesn't, spiritual path is an important saying there because it doesn't necessarily mean you're deeply religious, though you could be. There are religious factors here. It may just be about the way you were brought up and the way that your love interest was brought up, and you finding, maybe that's what part of the discussion is going to be around, finding the middle ground is the phrase I was looking for. Finding the middle ground. I think I'm going to pull another card because there may be more clarity on that, but I think that is what the discussions are going to be about. Yeah, this relationship is going to be worth waiting for, Aries. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. So all the time that you've been sort of, maybe worrying a bit or just even thinking about how this is going to all pan out, it's been valuable time. It's given you time to sort of build your inner strength and, make those choices and reach a conclusion about where you want to be in terms of strengthening, I couldn't get that word out then, strengthening the bond with your love interest. But it is going to be worth waiting for, Aries. Okay, so that's really positive. There are these lovely conversations coming. Again, there's a lovely warmth on the table. There's nothing angsty at all. So, June is going to be a good month for you. You are going to be stepping forward in this relationship. And, I hope that was a lovely read for you, Aries. Like I said earlier, there are going to be some work and career videos I'm going to be putting out for all the signs in the next, certainly within this week. So if you would like to be notified of those, please make sure you've subscribed and hit the notification bell so that you'll know when they're published. But I hope you enjoyed today's reading. Please leave some comments, likes, whatever you'd like to, and have a happy June, Aries. Take care. Bye.